Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. In today's show, I'll be sharing the latest astrology for the broskies, including $122,000 target in play. And breaking news, BlackRock CEO Larry Fink says Bitcoin can hit $700,000 with a sovereign wealth fund considering 2 to 5% allocation. We'll also be discussing the Trump family may build giant businesses, specifically on Ethereum, according to Joseph Lubin of the Ethereum Foundation. We'll also be discussing Trump pardoned Silk Road creator Ross Ulbricht. It's about time, family. And also, U.S. Bitcoin Reserve idea sparks Davos debate on crypto's future. We'll also be discussing U.S. court overturned tornado cash sanctions in a pivotal case for the crypto industry. We'll also be discussing Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong's bold prediction says Bitcoin to hit multi-million-dollar valuation. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this plus so much more right here in today's show. Yo, what's good, crypto fam? This is first and foremost a video show. So if you want the full premium experience with video, visit my YouTube channel at cryptonewsalerts.net. Again, that's cryptonewsalerts.net. Today is pod 1883. I'm your host, JV. Happy hump day, January 22nd. 2 days ago, Trump just got inaugurated as the president for the second term. We hit the all-time high of 109.3 that same day. Currently correcting some, sitting just above 104. There's a tri-stream, and it's Jan 22nd, 2025. Let's kick it off with our market watch as we do each and every day. As you can see, the pullback on the biddy, Ether in the red as well, along with XRP, while Solana and Tron are pumping and in the green. And checking out coinmarketcap.com. The current crypto market cap sits at $3.59 trillion on the decline today. Bitcoin market cap maintaining above $2 trillion, which we love to see. We have 158 billion of volume for the past 24 hours. And the Bitcoin dominance is currently 57.3%. And the Ether dominance back on the decline, all the way at 11%. Checking out top 100 crypto gainers past 24 hours, WorldCoin, Virtual, and AI16Z, followed by the Pudgy Penguins. Let me know which alts, if any, you're bullish on for the bull. Holla at your boy. And checking out the crypto bubbles, we get a visual perspective on the day. Safe to say, I'd say like 65 over 35. Red over green. And checking out for the monthly, get a broader perspective. I'd say 70% red, 30% green. Checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index today, we're all the way back up to an 84. The higher this number goes in extreme greed, the more likely of a correction. It's pretty accurate. Yesterday was a 76, last week a 70, and last month a 70 in greed. Checking out the time chain calendar, we're on block number 880,359, and you currently exchange one fiat monopoly dollar for 960 sats. To stack the sats, put down the gats, and pick up some Bitcoin caps from my boy Sergio at bitcoincaps.net. You know what to do. But anyways, let's kick it next with our astrology for the broskies and pull up some of the live charts. Headline reads, Bitcoin may hit 122,000 next month before another consolidation. This is according to the 10x research. That's right. Bitcoin can climb 15% from the current price to 122. Bitcoin successfully retested the wedge breakout after a bounce from 98.9 up to 107. And then on inauguration day, it was actually 109.3, which is the current price discovery. Thielen said Bitcoin's price chart breakout signals a potential low risk, high reward entry opportunity. We currently got Bitcoin correcting just under 105 at the time of the live stream. Bitfinex analyst shared a similar sentiment. January 21st markets report saying Bitcoin's strong recovery continues to demonstrate its impressive relative strength compared to the stock market, and also said that after Bitcoin's price came back following the Trump inauguration Jan 20th, Bitcoin tested the upper wedge resistance level of 101. He said his presents a low risk, a high reward opportunity, and I would definitely agree with that. There's definitely more risk. Less risk than there is reward on the table right now, especially during this time of the cycle. He said Bitcoin has a pattern of jumping up in 16,000 to 18,000 increments since the approval of the Bitcoin ETF, which was official, obviously, Jan 11th of 2024, literally 1 year and 11 days ago today, being it's the 22nd. So next, 122 is in play for February. Let me know if you guys agree, disagree. As you know, February right around the corner. My birthday month I'm excited for. We may even go higher than 122. We have some targets. As I pointed out yesterday on the 4-hour chart, there's a 130 target, and on the weekly chart, there's a 124 target. But enough talk. I'm going to show you the live charts. But first, this was interesting. BlackRock CEO Larry Fink, for those that don't know, BlackRock's the biggest company in the world, worth north of $11 trillion. Say Bitcoin can hit 700,000. Sovereign wealth funds considering 2 to 5% allocation. A pretty low bitty going up, so you already know. But pulling up some of the live chart action, Jackson, for you guys here. Let's check out some of the charts. Here we're looking via TradingView, via Coinbase. Again, Bitcoin hovering just above 104 at the time of the live stream. And zooming out from the 1-hour chart, here's the 4-hour. And as you can see, we have the orange target on your screen sitting just at $130,000, which is roughly a 25,000 price increase from the current price action. Let me know when you feel we'll likely hit that target. Checking out the 1-day chart. You can see there was a rising wedge formation. Yesterday, a big green candle. Today is a corrective red forming, but the day is far from over. Zooming out from the daily, take a quick look at the weekly. We still have the sexy cup and handle target in the red, sitting at roughly 124,000. I've been calling this in play here for Q1. I don't know the exact month, day, or time, but I am pretty confident we'll hit this in the first quarter, hopefully by February. That'd be pretty lit. And zooming out from the weekly, take a quick look at the monthly. And as you can see, we're forming a nice green candle already for the month of January. Last month, December, itty bitty corrective red. And in November, the most bullish green candle close we have ever seen on the monthly chart since the inception of the Genesis block. Next story of the day. Here's the latest from the Trumpster regarding using Ethereum as their platform of choice, and the latest from Joe Lubin. For those that don't know, he's one of the founders of Ethereum alongside Vitalik, and there's one other gentleman. But anyways, the Trump family may expand its involvement in the crypto industry by launching an Ethereum-based business. This follows the release of several Trump-branded meme coins and Trump's inauguration as the 47th president of the U.S. Now, Joseph Lubin, co-founder of Ethereum and founder of Consensus, hinted at the development in a new post. Quoting him here, based on what I'm aware of, the Trump family will build one or more giant businesses on Ethereum. The Trump administration will do what is good for the USA, and that will involve ETH. Interesting. Lubin suggested that the Trump admin might eventually integrate Ethereum tech into government activities, similar to its current use of internet protocols. While no official announcements have been made, Lubin pointed to some of the telltale signs, including the recent Ether purchases by Trump's World Liberty financial DeFi platform, WLFI. As you know, on Inauguration Day, they made a bunch of purchases and everything was like the Bitcoin was wrapped, which is on the Ethereum blockchain. They purchased a bunch of Ethereum and so forth. The WLFI labeled wallet amassed 55,341 Ether worth over 183 million, making Ether the wallet's largest holding after the Circle USD coin stablecoin, according to Arkham Intelligence. Now, the Trump administration may also bring more regulatory clarity, enabling greater integration between traditional finance, TradFi, and the crypto industry. According to Franklin Templeton CEO Jenny Johnson, more regulatory clarity could act as a catalyst for the market growth, especially developments around the crypto-based exchange-traded funds, according to Ryan Lee over at BitGet, who shared this convergence may enhance the legitimacy of cryptos, paving the way for the development of financial products such as the ETFs and tokenized assets. However, it also introduces challenges, including higher compliance costs, heightened security concerns, and the persistent issue of managing market volatility, aka life force. However, regulatory clarity is first needed to offer a stable framework for crypto businesses, which will ultimately attract more market participants. And that's because the former chairman of the SEC provided absolutely zero clarity. Hence, we called him No Claire Gare. And now he's home with his shine box. Go figure. Meanwhile, the Trump family's meme coins may present a new legal gray area for the U.S. securities regulator. The meme coin launches could bring in more regulatory enforcement from the SEC, as they set a precedent that could blur the lines between celebrity, politics, and finance. And this is according to Andy Leon, the intergovernmental blockchain expert author. The question now is whether the SEC will tighten regulations to curb potential market manipulations, or if they will adapt to this new reality by establishing clearer guidelines for such tokens. The risk here is without stringent oversight. The market could be flooded with Haktua coins, potentially leading to volatility, scams, or even undermining the credibility of cryptocurrencies. Now, the official Trump token staged an over 10% recovery the past 24 hours, but remains 44% down from the all-time high of $75 recorded. That was the day before the inauguration, January 19th. But there you have it. Yo, let me know your thoughts on that. But yeah, keep the comments flowing, fam. Let's dive into the latest with Ross Ulbricht, the pardon which occurred last night around 6 p.m., according to Trump's tweet on Truth Social. So Trump pardoned Silk Road creator Ross Ulbricht. Best news I've heard in a long time. Trump has given a full pardon to Ross, who has been in prison for 12 years for founding the defunct darknet marketplace Silk Road. I'm actually going to read you the actual post from Trump. He wrote, "I just called the mother of Ross, William Ulbricht, to let her know that in honor of her and the libertarian movement, which supported me so strongly, it was my pleasure to have just signed a full and unconditional pardon of her son, Ross. The scum that worked to convict him were some of the same lunatics who were involved in the modern day weaponization of the government against me. He was given 2 life sentences plus 40 fucking years. Redonkulous." Crazy. But the big news, Ross is a free man as of today. And I'm sure you guys saw the infamous photo of him walking as a free man for the first time with the plant in his hand, which I shared with you earlier on the stream. He was arrested back in 2013 and sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole in 2015 for his role in the operations and creation of Silk Road. Free and Ulbricht was one of Trump's many promises to the crypto community during his presidential campaign. Remember when he spoke it on stage at the Nashville conference, with the businessman pledging to pardon Silk Road founder on his first day of office if reelected. Several Bitcoiners earlier expressed frustration with Trump not following on his promise to pardon Ross on Jan 20th. That's when we were anticipating it, so it came the following day. Trump instead pardoned around 1,500 people involved in the U.S. Capitol attack. On January 6th, U.S. Senator Ron Paul also called on Trump to pardon Ulbricht Jan 21st with that letter. I'm sure you guys saw it. I know I reposted it hours before the president announced the pardon. It goes to show you the power we have as a people when we demand things. I bet you if we weren't demanding it, it wouldn't have been a top priority, fam. Paul noted that Ulbricht, whose online black marketplace used the Biddy for payments, received a far harsher sentence than many users, such as Matthew Vernon Jones, who ranked in the top 5% of the drug dealers on the site and received 6 years in jail. Crazy. Some reports previously suggested Trump was sympathetic to Free Ross campaign and had considered clemency for the Silk Road founder back in 2020. Why did Bitcoin supporters advocate for this release? We'll touch upon it here. Some questioned Ulbricht's key role in Silk Road, arguing he didn't deserve to die in prison for contributing to a marketplace where users can freely exchange goods, both good and illegal. Others called him a Bitcoin legend, precisely what I refer to him as. Due to his early contribution to the Bitcoin markets, you're looking at a legend right here. Back when he launched the market, Bitcoin was 2 for $1. Good Lord. Now, while Ulbricht did not deny his involvement in Silk Road operations, he repeatedly contested the allegations that he was the sole person in charge of the original creator of the platform. Quoting him here from a Forbes interview back in 2013, "I didn't start the Silk Road. My predecessor did. From what I understand, it was an original idea to combine Bitcoin and Tor to create an anonymous market. Everything was in place. He just put the pieces together." So some Bitcoiners supported Ulbricht's release for his role in the adoption of Bitcoin. Silk Road was one of the first peer-to-peer exchanges accepting Bitcoin, again, 2 for $1 back then. Though some people were using the marketplace for illicit purposes the same way people use the Facebook marketplace for illicit purposes, or Craigslist, or any social network. It doesn't mean the founder of the social network is guilty of crimes. I mean, for then you put Zuckerberg in prison. I'm sure there's crimes going on Facebook every day. Doesn't mean he's involved in it just because he created the platform. Common sense, right? Ulbricht is believed to have launched Silk Road in 2011. What a legend. And helped bring Bitcoin to prominence during the early years. That year, Bitcoin experienced its first rally, reaching then a record high of $32. So it went from 50 cents when he launched the marketplace to then $32. And then, of course, this was a political attack where they were just trying to set a precedent against Bitcoiners. Quoting Amir Taki, I owe everything to Ross Ulbricht. Crypto changed my life. Crypto became big because of him. He made the ultimate sacrifice. We all benefited from his work. Preach. Bitcoin-friendly billionaire Tim Draper supported Ulbricht's release in 2019, arguing the U.S. needs entrepreneurs like him. Ulbricht's views on freedom resonated with Bitcoin's principles, further cementing his place as a polarizing figure of the crypto community. And during his time in prison, Ulbricht regularly posted about Bitcoin and crypto. January 19th, Ulbricht took to X to warn the community against a fake meme coin bearing his name, because he's a real one. He's not promoting the shit coin, meme coin, even though he can probably make a fortune doing so. He knows better. So much respect to the man. Next up, strategic Bitcoin reserve. As Trump Jr. said, promises made, more promises kept. Ross is free. So next up, all eyes on the Bitty strategic reserve. And there you have it. Crypto fam, let me know if you're excited to hear the good news. Ross is a free man. And for those just joining the stream, here's the first photo of the man taken after 12 fucking years, stuck in a prison cell, right? Powerful photo right there. He's a free man. Ross is a free man, thanks to Trump. So there you have it, crypto fam. We are warming up. It's 22 degrees. Well, it feels 90 here. It's in the 80s. Beautiful weather. Can't complain. But anyways, we got the good news with Ross. It's all smooth sailing from here. Now our next story of the day. U.S. Bitcoin Reserve idea sparks Davos debate on the crypto's future. That's right. Bitcoin meme coins and the future of cryptocurrency industry sparked intense debate at the 2025 edition of the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, as U.S. President Trump marked his return to the Oval Office. During the sole crypto-themed session at this year's forum, industry leaders painted an optimistic outlook for the sector in the U.S., despite the meme coin-driven frenzy centered around the launch of the official Trump token. As Gareth wrote here, the World Economic Forum doesn't talk about Bitcoin, so I made sure that we did in 2025. I took the chance to ask if the U.S. will adopt a Bitcoin strategic reserve during the crypto at the Crossroads session inside the year of the WEF conference. That's pretty exciting, so we'll break this down here. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong responded to a question from the session, affirming that the explosive performance of the Trump meme coin would not impede efforts to establish Bitcoin Strategic Reserve, an idea endorsed by Trump back in 2024. Quoting Armstrong here, I don't think it undermined anything with the Strategic Bitcoin Reserve. That effort is still alive and well. Cynthia Lummis in the Senate in the U.S. is really pushing for that idea. The idea of establishing a Bitcoin Reserve was touted by the likes of Lummis, Trump, and MicroStrategy founder Mikey Saylor. During the Bitcoin 2024 conference in Nashville, Tennessee, Armstrong elaborated on the proposal for delegates at the World Economic Forum session, quoting him here, there's a proposal for the U.S. government to start to hold the Bitty. Like many countries, the U.S. governments hold reserves in various assets like gold, oil, or rare minerals like palladium. Good old palladium. Many governments hold gold, but I think they should hold the Bitty because it is essentially the new gold standard. Preach. I think a very core principle is that you should hold assets which maintain value over time. That's right. It's perfect store value, hence it's perfect money. Now, Governor of South Africa Reserve Bank was the only non-crypto panelist. Interesting. She said it was unlikely that South Africa would follow suit if the U.S. were to begin stockpiling the Bitty and question the merits of such a decision. He pointed out to South Africa's focus on central bank digital currencies, boo, and the blockchain utility over the Bitcoin use as a store of value. There's a history to gold. There was once a gold standard. Currencies were pegged to gold. But if we now use Bitcoin, what about platinum? What about coal? Why don't we hold strategic beef reserves, mutton reserves, or apple reserves? Oh my God, are we really having this argument? Why don't we have freaking beef or apple reserves when we bring up having a Bitcoin strategic reserve? It just goes to show you some of the criminals, drug traffickers, anti-money laundering involved at the World Economic Forum. That's all I'm saying. Armstrong responded by highlighting the core principles championed by the Bitcoin proponents, authors, and advocates for the recent years. Quoting Armstrong, maybe it's a new idea, but I think it is clear at this point that Bitcoin is a better form of money than apples and beef and gold. It's probably provably scarce, just like gold, but is more portable and divisible. I would say it has higher utility, and it is the best performing asset of the last 10 years. Armstrong emphasized Bitcoin's advantages over traditional reserve assets, suggesting central banks could acquire more Bitcoin than gold over time. It might start with being 1% of their reserves, but I think over time it'll come to be equal to or greater than the gold reserves. And we know the gold market cap is like 17 trillion. And once we have the Bitcoin flipping in, Bitcoins are ripping like the new Scottie Pippen. 1 million, 10 million, send it. Let's go. A significant portion of the session was spent unpacking the outcome of the U.S. election and the impact of political donations by lobbying from the crypto sector. Skybridge Capital founder Anthony Scaramucci said that the Democratic Party failed to have meaningful discourse and a clear stance on the further of the crypto because there was a war on crypto and it was led by the Democratic Party. There's no more war on crypto because Biden's adios alongside the Gensler. Quoting him here, the mooch, that is. I was there when President Trump gave the speech at the Bitcoin conference. It was clear if he won the election, things were going to change in the industry. And if you were on the side of the Dems trying to support them, I was astonished at their reluctance to understand what was actually going on. If somebody does write a history of this era, it'll be the era where Elizabeth Warren and Gensler got together for some unknown reason and literally helped the Dems lose the presidency, the House, and the Senate. Stellar Foundation director said that the crypto industry had concealed that regulatory action in the U.S. meant that they needed to look overseas to continue doing their business. Part of the challenge to that is that the dollar is something that everybody wants. I don't know about that. And it is in such high demand. I don't know about all that. There wasn't an ability to ignore what was happening in the U.S., even though none of us liked the regulatory environment. Armstrong added that the Trump effect could not be denied and said the new presidency has given the crypto industry newfound optimism and room to breathe, inhale, broskies, and grow in the U.S., just like that itty-bitty plant from Ross, now that he's a free man. And there you have it, yo. Welcome. But anyways, next story of the day, big news with Tornado Cash, which has been a big topic in the crypto sphere here. And then we'll dive into the latest from Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, projecting pretty little bitty, reaching multiple seven figures. And then we'll flip it into the live Q&A segment and Q&A of the stream. Headline here, U.S. court overturns Tornado Cash sanctions and pivotal case for the crypto industry. That's right. A U.S. court overturned the sanctions against Tornado Cash crypto mixing protocol in a decision that could signal a shift significant toward more innovation-friendly regulations for privacy-preserving technologies. Let me know if any of you have ever used this particular protocol, Tornado Cash. The U.S. Treasury's Office of Foreign Asset Control originally sanctioned Tornado Cash back in August of 2022, accusing it of facilitating money laundering by the North Korean Lazarus Group. The group was alleged to have laundered more than $455 million in stolen digital assets through the protocol. The sanctions led to the arrest of Tornado Cash developer, which is sad, Alex Pertsev, who was found guilty of money laundering by Dutch judges at the Hertogenbosch Court of the Appeal on May 14th of last year. He was sentenced to 5 years and 4 months in prison for laundering $1.2 billion in illicit assets to the platform. In a significant legal development, the U.S. District Court for the Western District of Texas reversed the OFAC sanctions, according to a January 21st court filing just shared. Here's the ruling. It is ordered and adjudged that the judgment of the district court is reversed and the cause is remanded to the district court for further proceedings in accordance with the opinion of this court. Powerful. Despite the victory for Tornado Cash, the guy remains in custody on money laundering related charges. During his trial of March of last year, he argued that he could not have been liable for the actions of users who used the Tornado Cash protocol for illegal activities. My understanding, he's just a coder and he developed a code. And then, yeah, some people may use shit for illicit purposes. Why should he be held accountable for that? Again, we shared the analogy earlier. It's like Zuckerberg founding Facebook and then someone uses the Facebook marketplace to commit a crime. Does that make Zuckerberg a criminal? No. So there's a double standard. It's just really an attack on crypto, hence the war on crypto. It's pretty obvious, right? The court rejected this defense, stating that he and the other co-founders could have implemented additional measures to prevent misuse of the protocol. Pretty much some bullshit. The court ruling comes after 6 Tornado Cash users filed an appeal against the OFAC sanctions. The appeal, issued November 26 last year, argued the FOAC overstepped its statutory authority by blacklisting Tornado Cash in 2022. The filing shared, we hold that Tornado Cash's immutable smart contracts are not the property of a foreign national or entity. It's lines of privacy enabling software code. And to say that the code is illegal is like saying free speech is illegal and we should have no First Amendment right to it. my understanding. What are your thoughts? They cannot be blocked under IEEPA. And number two, OFAC overstepped its congressionally defined authority. Agreed. The 6 plaintiffs also argue that blockchain transactions can be traceable, which is why some crypto users want additional options to keep their transactions private. The Tornado Cash sanctions raise significant concerns for developers of privacy-preserving technologies. Obviously, a war on crypto and a war on privacy. Offering privacy-preserving features in a legally compliant manner will be essential for the future privacy protocols. Matthew, co-founder, president of Aleph Zero, shared. But there you go, crypto bros. In the interim, industry insiders are hoping to see more developments of this case after the FOAC sanctions have been reversed. So there you have it. Yo. Now for our feature story of the day, Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong's bold prediction. He says Bitcoin will hit multi-million-dollar valuation in his most recent interview on Squawk Box. So let's break this baby down. Pretty little bitty going up. That's the man right there, Mr. Clean himself. Check it out. Speaking on CNBC's Squawk Box, Armstrong describes Trump's presidency as the dawn of a new day in the crypto sphere. And although the first round of executive orders under the Trump new term did not directly mention crypto, the CEO remained optimistic about Bitcoin's long-term potential. Quoting him here, I think over time we'll see Bitcoin get into the multiple millions price range. Couldn't agree more. He attributed this confidence to the growing demand from institutional players. For instance, January 21st, MicroStrategy purchased or made the announcement of purchasing another 11,000 Bitcoin for $1.1 billion. And I love these numbers because obviously I love the number 11, and 1.1 is ultimately an 11. That's an 1111, baby. Good omen there. This acquisition increased the company's total reserves to a staggering 461,000 Bitcoin. And as I just announced, MicroStrategy just made their largest Bitcoin purchase of all time just now, announcing a $600 million purchase for their ETFs. Armstrong also pointed to the Bitcoin ETFs as a significant factor contributing to the asset growth. As you know, the ETFs in America, the spot went live Jan 11th, and we've had unprecedented volumes there. Approved in January of 2024, these ETFs have attracted substantial inflows. And according to data from Farsight, Bitcoin ETFs have a cumulative net inflow of $39 billion. Additionally, the ETFs recorded 4 consecutive days of inflows, with a daily net inflow reaching $802 million January 21st. And as of today, I just announced they just made a $600 million purchase, their largest one of all time for the biddy. Armstrong explained that Trump's campaign promise to establish a strategic Bitcoin reserve could further accelerate the adoption of the crypto on a national scale. It could also act as a catalyst for the other G20 nations, which have already shown the interest to follow suit. Quoting him here, Bitcoin has a long way to go. It is going to become the new gold standard, and crypto is much bigger than that too. Notably, Trump has already fulfilled one of his initial promises, pardoning Silk Road founder Ross. He's a free man, effectively ending his life sentence. I think he had 2 life sentences plus 40 years over some political bullshit. This move sparked renewed hope that the presidency and the president may deliver on the promises, including creating the strategic Bitcoin motherfucking reserve. If Ross Ulbricht got a pardon, we are definitely getting the strategic Bitcoin reserve, said CEO of Professional Capital Management, Anthony Pompliano, my paisano. Prediction platform Polymarket corroborated the sentiment, showing a 37% probability Trump would create a Bitcoin reserve within his first 100 days in office. The clock's a ticking. You got 97 days left, Trumpster. This was a noticeable recovery from the previous day low of 29%. And as these developments unfold, Bitcoin continues to soar and go where no man has gone before. Price discovery was achieved day of the inauguration, Jan 20th in the morning, currently sitting at 109.3. Where will the biddy likely go next? When will we hit those multiple 7-figure price targets? When will we hit 7 figures for the first time, which is a pretty little bitty 10x from the current price action? But yeah, let's touch upon the big party coming up. 100K Fiesta. We did sell a couple more VIP tickets just yesterday, so there's only a handful left. So if you're looking to attend, lock in your tickets today. It's 100k.cryptonewsalerts.net. Let me tell you a little something about the party. Shout out to Chandy for creating these images using the AI to represent the party. It is an oceanfront party at a beautiful 4-star property in Condado, Puerto Rico. Here's some other images. We're going to be celebrating all things Bitcoin at the 100K Bitcoin Fiesta. This is a long time coming. We've been discussing and talking about this party for years because we didn't know if we were going to hit 100K back in 2021. So here we are, 2025. Obviously, we hit it late in 2024, but it's finally time to celebrate. Here's some other images to represent the party. Again, these were created by Chandy, so shout out to Chandy for the incredible images. The music video is on the way. We released a new song just the other day. Here's an actual picture of the property that which is the Ocean Club where we're having the party. Drinks and food is going to be included, so we'll have good snacks and drinks to party all night. The Fiesta, we will have a live DJ, live entertainment, which is going to be cool. We'll be jamming out to Chandy Jams. You know how we do. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope you guys could make it. So yeah, it's going to be February 8th from 8 p.m. to midnight. It's at the Sandbox at Condado Ocean Club, which is a very nice upscale area in San Juan, my favorite place, actually. So come join us at the Sandbox at the Condado Ocean Club in Puerto Rico for an unforgettable party filled with all things Bitty. Whether you're a seasoned crypto pro or just getting started, this event is perfect for anyone looking to celebrate and connect with fellow Bitcoiners. Get ready to meet JV, yours truly, Chandy 10 Music, and network with fellow Bitcoin enthusiasts, and maybe even walk away with some sweet prizes. Don't miss out on this exciting opportunity to celebrate all things Bitty at the 100K Fiesta. I have recommended hotels from 3-star, 4-star, 5-star properties, all highly recommended, all within the same street, so all within walking distance, all very convenient. And of course, the Condado Ocean Club is where we're hosting the event, so if you want to stay there, again, it's a 4-star property, it's beautiful. If you want to stay at a 5-star property, La Concha is a beautiful property as well as the Condado Vanderbilt Hotel. You can fly into San Juan Airport. If you've never been there, there's only one international airport in Puerto Rico. It's only a 15-minute drive from the airport, the venue, so it's super convenient and inexpensive. What does the VIP ticket include? We're going to have a VIP bonus day, where on Sunday, February 9th, we're going to go on an excursion for a boat snorkeling tour out of Fajardo, which is probably about an hour to an hour and 20 minutes. We'll take transportation from Condado to Fajardo, and then we'll go to the marina. We'll hop on the boat for a 5-hour all-inclusive snorkeling and boat tour. It includes your lunch. It includes drinks. If you want to drink, you can. I believe that it includes rum and stuff like that. General admission ticket is just a one-day party for the evening of February 8th. So the difference between VIP ticket and general admission is VIP bonus day, coming out on a boat to see some beautiful scenery, go snorkeling and hang out, in a very small exclusive group with yours truly and Chandy and the CNA fam. Is Condado, Puerto Rico safe for tourists in 2025? Yes, it is one of the safest, nicest, and upscale neighborhoods in all of San Juan. That's why we chose it for the party. Can I bring my kids to the party? Unfortunately, no, because there's going to be drinking involved, and so your kid should stay at home or at your hotel. I still encourage you, if you get the opportunity to travel with your fam here, do so. Maybe bring a babysitter or a family member. There's lots to do for the kiddos here. There's parks, there's malls, entertainment, arcades, jumping things, all that kind of stuff. Can I bring my spouse to the party? Yeah, I encourage you to bring the spouse so I can meet him. Is a passport required to fly into Puerto Rico from the USA? No, you only need a passport if you're flying outside the USA, because Puerto Rico is considered a U.S. territory. How many days should you stay? As long as you could. If you can only swing it for the day of the party, you got to do what you got to do. But if you can stay for the week, stay for the week and explore this Caribbean paradise. Will the event be streamed online? No. What happens at the Puerto Rico 100K Fiesta stays in Puerto Rico, just like Vegas, baby. What's the weather like in February? It's the best, most advantageous weather of the year because it's in the 80s, and it's the least rainy month of Puerto Rico, making it the most advantageous for the vacation destination. Can I pay with Bitty? I thought you never asked. Of course you can pay with the Bitty. You just got to send me proof of payment via screenshot, because I manually got to process your ticket if you go that route. Can you pay with the Lightning now? Absolutely. All you have to do is send me a request for a Lightning invoice and I'll send it your ways. So you can pay multiple different ways. You can pay Apple Pay, PayPal, credit card, debit card, Bitcoin, Lightning Network, whatever's clever, homie. Here's the ticketing information. I try to make it as affordable as possible. General admission ticket, it's only $197. There's a $15 processing fee. That's a fee that goes to Eventbrite for using their merchant. If you want to bypass that fee, you can use Bitcoin. That's the advantage of Bitcoin. It cuts out the middleman. General admission ticket includes entry into the 100K Fiesta for networking, and also is going to include the food and drinks. VIP, again, same as everything you receive for general admission, only you get the VIP bonus day, where we're going to be going out on a beautiful Sunday all-inclusive island snorkel and boat tour, and it's going to be fantastic. Mark my words. If you're looking for great photo ops and video ops, that would be the most amazing spot because the water is like see-through to the bottom. It's absolutely stunning and beautiful. Looks like there's one VIP couple ticket left. We did get a VIP couple ticket yesterday, which reduced the tickets here from 6 to 4. And then I gave one more opportunity for a couple to come if you want to save a couple of $100 as a couple. General admission couple tickets are already sold out. You snooze, you lose, but you can still get your way in there if you're looking to join us at the 100K Bitcoin Fiesta in Puerto Rico. Holla and let's get it. And don't forget to check out cryptonewsalerts.net for the full premium experience with video and to participate in our live Q&A. And I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's episode. Hodl.